Well, we stopped at a different lake on the way up here. Didn't do so hot, so now we are on the giant Turtle Flambue Flowage up in Iron County, Wisconsin. I grew up fishing on this water a lot, so I'm excited to get after it again today. It's my first time fishing it this year in August. It's gonna be a great time to fish up here. Gonna try to get some panfish for a meal tomorrow. For tomorrow's dinner, we're gonna try to get a bunch of panfish, or not for a meal, and then hopefully get after some game fish today, maybe even on a topwater bite. Game fish we're probably targeting pike and bass and shallows, and then maybe run into a few walleyes while we're trying to panfish. So whatever bites, we'll take it, and we'll see what happens. First fish of the day on a crib over a worm. Nice. Well, no, it's not too nice. He'll probably go back, but that's a start. We know we're on some fish. First fish on the jig and minnow. It's a nice perch. Wow, that's actually huge. This body of water has a lot of smaller ones, but it does have some nice panfish in them. It's probably a 10-inch perch right there. Sweet. What we're using right now is just a jig and minnow, except normally you just have a normal jig head, but here I like to use a weedless, which is really woodless here, because if you're not throwing these, you know, you're gonna get snagged on every cast if you're fishing in the right area. So first fish on the jig and minnow. Let's go get a couple more. Another perch, maybe 8.5, 9 inches. He'll eat pretty good. Got him on the dead stick. What we're doing is I'm jigging here, and then we got dead sticks out with a combination of minnows and crawlers. If we start catching more perch and crappies, we'll probably put out more minnows. If we only catch bluegills, then we probably switch to more crawlers. Find the cribs and or structure of any kind. Set up on the dead sticks. And like I said, jig maybe a weedless, and then let the live bait do the work. Well, we found the crib. Usually how it goes is once you snag on it, that's when you really know where it is. So right there's the crib. All right, we're just moving to the second spot. Oh, nice. Looks like a nice fish.
Walleye.
Ooh, little walleye. Hey, that's the right kind of fish to be catching. I love catching walleyes. So we're just going to the second spot now. The name of the game, fishing the flowage, at least for what we do, and I think what most guys do, is you go fish a piece of structure, maybe cribs, maybe lily pads, maybe pencils, maybe a down tree. You fish a piece of structure, and then you catch sometimes 2 fish, sometimes no fish, sometimes 20 fish. But when it starts to slow down and you're not catching fish, you move to the next piece of structure. We ended up catching 7 fish there, maybe 2 keeper perch. And so now we're on to the next piece. And like I say, it could be now we can maybe catch only crappies. Now we could catch a mix. Now we could catch nothing. Now we could catch a bunch of them. So just keep moving from one piece of structure to the next. And when you stop catching them, move on. Don't see that every day up here. It almost just looks like Canada. All the trees on the side, undeveloped. 14,000 acres of wilderness. Here's a fish on the middle. Another little walleye.
Yep, another little walleye.
It's probably only about 8 inches. But honestly, that's how a lot of the walleyes are in this flowage. The slot limit is 12 to 15 and 1 over 15. So, like I say, a lot of the walleyes you're catching are small fish. Ho ho ho! As soon as we get to the new spot, oh, is that thing 13? There he is. As soon as we get to the new spot, 12-inch crappie. That didn't take long. Well, just like that, we get to the new spot, bang a 12-inch crappie, and then nothing for 5-6 minutes. It's already slowing down. But I mean, that's crib fishing on the Turtle Flambue Flowage for you. It's an absolute toss-up how many fish you're going to catch per crib. That's why I just got to keep moving, keep finding new fresh fish. Could catch 1, could catch 20. Another one on the worm. Ooh, a little nicer. It's about a 7-inch bluegill on the worm. For whatever reason, we couldn't catch a bluegill in the beginning when we thought we were going to catch bluegills on this crib, and after 20 minutes, some bluegills show up. Don't know how to explain it, but we'll take them. There's one on the crib. I just pulled up a little perch This is a bluegill.
Nope.
Ooh. It's a nice perch though.
Keepable.
He'll keep.
Good crappie.
Doubled up on the minnow.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, looks like we found some panfish on this crib. Probably 10-inch crappie. The crappie's about 10 inches. We're gonna get a measurement on them just to confirm, but it's kind of strange on Turtle Flambue Flowage. It's actually a 10-inch size limit on crappies, which is really the only size limit on panfish that I know of. But gotta make sure he's 10. There's another decent one on the crawler. Ooh. About 8-inch perch. There's one on the worm. There's a little perch. Get him back nice and quick here. There's a fish. Nice one.
No, small bluegill.
Inky bluegill. Absolutely cannot ask for a better day to do this. Nice and warm, nice and calm. Beautiful scenery. Maybe we'll do some game fishing after this. Not really sure. Not really sure how I'm gonna make these videos, but I'm gonna be up north fishing for a couple days. So I'm hoping to get more than one video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just do it day 1, day 2, day 3, and put everything in there on those days, or if I'm gonna try to take some pan fishing footage from the other days and put it into this one. But we'll see. It's gonna be an awesome weekend up on the Turtle Flambue Flowage. Just got to a second spot, and I just got a crappie. I just caught one right before that. Probably about 10 inches. Mine was about 10. I don't know if this is gonna make it or not. We're getting enough for a fish fry, a shore lunch tomorrow, so hopefully we can start letting some of these bigger ones go. Well, we haven't been keeping real big ones all day, but yeah, maybe this spot will be pretty good like the last one. Another one on the minnow. Don't think he's 10, but it's still a nice fish. First big gill of the day. He's not huge, but he's the first 7.5 to 8-inch gill on the day. Just caught my first walleye of the weekend. Doubled up on my minnow with the crappie. Sweet. Now you want him in the walleye? Swing him over here. First one of the weekend. All of 7.5, 8 inches. But you know what? That's the right species. It's my favorite up here. Well, see you in 5 years, buddy. All right, not quite 10. That's all right. It's always good to get some of these guys back. Another crappie. You want to hold this? Crappie on these minnows. I don't think it's quite as big as the last one. The last one wasn't quite 10. It's probably about 9, 9.5. There he is. These flowage crappies are a fun time to catch. I don't know if we're on a crib or what kind of structure we're on, but I'm suspending that minnow about 2 feet above it. That's my 4th crappie I just caught right here. Right there he is, not quite 10. It's all right. Catch him in a couple years. Another little crappie. Like my dad just said, they're getting a little smaller. Typically when you do fish cribs, the bigger ones that want to bite first. I mean, he's still freaking awesome, fat, 9-inch crappie. I can't keep him out here, but it doesn't really matter. It's still a good fish either way. But like I said, bigger fish bite earlier, and usually they get smaller after that. So once you start catching a couple in a row that are dinks, not that this is a dink, but that you don't want to keep or that you don't want to catch, move on to the next one. Getting back on some nice perch here on this new crib. Didn't get this one on film, but hopefully we can get one more. Well, that's it for our day of fishing. We ended up with a dozen panfish we kept, threw a bunch back. Caught a lot of nice crappies, a bunch of nice perch, like almost no bluegills, which is okay, but that's not too common. Usually you probably catch more bluegills than the other species. A couple little walleyes, but in the end I'd say it was a great day, and it's going to be a great weekend up here. Hopefully I can get a couple more videos. I don't know if I'm going to make this all one video or put it with the rest of the stuff, but I think I got enough for one video today. So watch out for more videos. Gonna do some shallow water, top water fishing out here. Hopefully some walleyes and definitely some more panfish. So stay tuned. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button for more hunting and fishing content, especially up in the North Woods.